die does not redeem how you lived. You do not become a hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life.
Well, negotiations, right? Politics. And we're out of time. So you.
We're going to have fun today. Oh, yes, we are. This is the one everybody's been waiting for. We're going to talk about that white on white crime. 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 A word synonymous with America. They commit crimes every day, family. Everybody from every walk of life, the way they tell it. Everybody from the old folk down to the sperm. Everybody commits crime. But they love to just talk about that black on black crime. It's prevalent, it's per capita. Well, shout out to Drummer 1980 on YouTube. He consistently puts up community posts about that white on white crime. Today we're going to discuss white on white crime, family, and we're going to come up with solutions. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. But before we do that, let's look in on what happened with old boy who tried to take out Trump on his golf course. Let's see what he say Look at this white on white crime right here. He was found guilty in Trump golf course assassination attempt. This just came down. Come on, MAGA, we know you lurking. Explain this. This ain't no black man. And this was in Florida. You know, y'all's favorite state. Where we could pull up many a video of y'all trying to break into racetracks and quick trips at 7-Elevens because your meth fix told you to do it. We could pull up many of the surveillance videos, particularly that one where dude fell out of the ventilation duct and crashed onto the cash register. Damn near broke his back like Bane did Batman. Batman 497, by the way. Great comic, you should read it. Look, humiliation ritual. They put the sunglasses on him and got his titties out. Florida, why is your men's and your women's always having their titties out? I understand that it's nice out there and y'all might get hot when you see the crocodiles. But why do your titties have to be out? No, Bane did not kill Batman. He just broke his back, which brought in John Paul Valley, who was a.k.a. Azrael, to be what we like to call the murderous Batman. And then once Batman got healed, he fought him and took back the mantle of the Bat. That was Nightfall, Night Quest, and Night's End. Great trilogy. You should read it. Very good. The trial of Ryan Wesley Ralph came to a dramatic end Tuesday when he started stabbing himself in the neck with a pen after a Florida jury found him guilty of attempting to assassinate Donald Trump last year on a golf course. No accountability. He stabbed himself in the neck with a pen. After just 2.5 hours of deliberations, the panel also found Ralph guilty of assaulting a Secret Service agent who rousted him from his hiding place and guilty of 3 federal gun charges stemming from the September 15, 2024 incident. Ralph, who had pleaded not guilty to all the charges, now faces life in prison when he is sentenced. The verdict came in not long after Ralph capped his 2-week trial, during which he served as his own attorney by delivering a brief and disjointed closing argument during which he tried to argue that there was no crime because he never fired a shot at Trump. But just 12 minutes into his monologue, U.S. District Judge Eileen Cannon interrupted Ralph and scolded him for ignoring her order to stay within the bounds of the case after he started complaining that he wasn't allowed to put more witnesses on the stand. It sounds like you should have pulled yourself up by your bootstrap and had a better case. White on white crime. Anyway, with the jury out of earshot, Ralph then asked Cannon whether the public defenders who initially represented him, Christy Militello and Renee Michelle I guess that's Sivola, I'm guessing, could wrap up his closing argument if the judge interrupted him again. Cannon said no, and when the jury returned, Ralph argued that, quote, to merely have a weapon in the presence of another does not mean intent. Woo! He's spitting. Blood from the neck. Anyway, but after Ralph brought up the January 6th riot on Capitol Hill and began talking about Ukraine, founding father Patrick Henry and the common man, Cannon put a halt to his argument. In total, Ralph spoke for about 42 minutes. That fool brought up January 6th. Wait a minute. He brought up January 6th. Are you talking about Calvin Ferguson? The Jamaican? You know what? I think, did he do his True Crime Sunday on that yet? If not, we might go over that again. That shit was hilarious. Wait a minute. He brought up January 6th. White on white crime. Y'all heard me. Woo! Give me the line one time.
Say, cut the check.
Give it to him. Give me the laugh. That white on white crime, boy. Shout out to that white on white crime. White on white crime. The dude, baby, this dude got convicted today for trying to take out Trump on his golf course, and he stabbed himself in the neck repeatedly in front of folk.
That's one way to go.
He ain't dead.
Oh.
Shout out to him. Give me some more. A 59-year-old Hawaii resident, former Trump supporter. You see how quick they jump off the train when they get them cuffs slapped on them? Where you going? Wait a minute. Push. What's wrong?
When I was in PE at school, I accidentally slipped and then I scraped my knee.
Let me see.
And there's
Where is
lines
it?
on it.
Where is it?
It's on my knee somewhere.
I don't see anything. You be all right. Can you walk? All right, walk it off. You be all right. Do some jumping jacks for me. It'll cure it. Do some jumping jacks. It'll stop hurting. There you go. Do them jumping jacks. That's right. All right, good. Does it hurt? I told you.
It didn't even hurt since I came back home.
There you go. Walk it off. That's right. Anyway, back to this. A 59-year-old Hawaii resident and former Trump supporter, Ralph, is charged with attempting to delete a major presidential candidate and assaulting a federal officer, plus several firearms violations. Baby, that's that white on white crime, boy. Shout out to that white on white crime. What's the matter, bagger? Y'all upset? Former Trump supporter, he said it. He said it. Wait a minute. We're going to look. Ryan Ralph Trump hat. Let me see. Let me look. Oop, oh, We wearing red hats. Okay. All right. They mad. Come here. Why y'all mad? We read that. The government, the government, not Trump's personal lawyers, the government. The government delivered its closing argument first, with prosecutor Christopher Brown telling the court that the suspect had planned to delete Trump for a long, long time. Quote, "It is not every case where the defendant writes his intent down on a piece of paper," Brown said during his closing statement. He snitched on himself. Brown was referring to note, or I guess a note, Ralph wrote, before he was arrested. It was addressed to the world and stated plainly, this was a deletion attempt on Donald Trump. Good job, Amanda. You could stay. We're going to time you off about 5 minutes because we're going to let you know here that we are not leftists. We are not on the right. We are in the middle. We do not like Democrats and we do not like Republicans. We are talking about that white on white crime. Now, if you're very nice or you hit the super chat, I will go get lefties as well. We'll mix that into it. We'll make it a nice 50-50. And we will laugh at lefties who got arrested. White lefties. Now, you have 5 minutes to think about it. If not, you could just leave. Amanda, no binds or seals. Anyway, we continue. This is not a whodunit, Brown told jurors. Starting with the pretrial hearings and throughout the trial in federal court here, Ralph was admonished repeatedly by Cannon for disrupting the proceedings and asking witnesses questions that the judge deemed outside the scope of the case or irrelevant. What the hell is this? Now you see this, right? Let's see. Oh, it's got crappy music. Look at that. He got Ukraine on. So he grifted to the left. That's crazy. Hey, MAGA. I told y'all MAGA leftist. I told you. They keep proving it. Kara, I don't know what that word you typed in that has that and BIR. You might have to rewrite that. You can retract that and rewrite it again. We don't understand white on white crime. We do not understand white on white crimes. We don't understand it. Thank you. No, we about to have fun. What's the matter? You never rubbed your hands before? Oh, I get it. Now, fam, they just told you they don't use any kind of moisturizer on their hands. They just told you that. It's okay. We continue. On Monday, Ralph asked his own ballistics expert, Michael McClay, quote, does it take a special kind of person to be able to take another person's life? Cannon called for a break before McClay could answer and later told Ralph the question was far outside the bounds. Ralph called 2 character witnesses on the stand who testified he was not violent and is a jolly person. After that, Ralph announced, I will not testify. When Cannon asked the accused man if he had enough time to think this momentous decision through, Ralph answered a year. Ralph was arrested after a Secret Service agent spotted him hiding in the shrubbery near the 5th hole of the Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach and, according to prosecutors, waiting for Trump to get into his line of fire. Ralph, who is not a lawyer, asked Cannon at a hearing in July for permission to represent himself after clashing with his court-appointed attorneys, saying they were, quote, a million miles apart. Cannon reluctantly agreed, calling it a bad idea, but ordered the public defenders to stay in the courtroom or stand by and ordered Ralph not to approach the witnesses. Federal prosecutors called 38 witnesses over a span of 7 days who placed Ralph at the scene and testified that the suspect could have deleted Trump had he not been caught. Ralph called 3 witnesses and was done presenting his case before lunchtime Monday. The closing arguments came 2 days after Trump spoke. Okay, we don't care about that. Cannon was appointed to the bench by Trump and is the same judge who dismissed the charges against the president after he was accused of mishandling classified documents at his home in Mar-a-Lago. Well, there's that. He did that shit. How do you say Booker T one time?
This point on in WCW, we take what we want, and after we take Lex Luger and the Giants, we want the gold sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
That's how he said it. Let's see. Let's go. All right. So again, shout out to Drummer 1980. He be putting these on his community post. So it says, leaving him for dead. Man ambushed sister's ex-boyfriend outside of his home and stabbed him 28 times. 28. Y'all couldn't beat his ass. You had to stab him 28 times. 28. That's crazy. Look at this. Left Jeffrey Flowers, Rockwall County Jail. Right, Jeanette Flowers, Rest Haven Funeral Home. A 46-year-old Texas man will spend the rest of his days behind bars after fatally stabbing his mother 10 times and then going on the run. You stabbed your mama 10 times. Wow. Did she not make the Dino Nuggies on time? Huh, interesting. Okay, an Alabama chiropractor who tried to delete his wife by poisoning her with lead he found while his office was under construction has been, it looks like, sentenced to life in prison. Nasty work. It's been a bad day. Husband deletes wife, tries to burn down home to hide the evidence that tells cop he would have to delete him. Well, okay. He kind of looks Spanish though, but yeah. Right, Matt Kelly. Actually, that number is a lie. I need y'all to keep up with us. We're in 2025. 2024 numbers are out. I need y'all to come with us into the future. Stop living in 2019. Thank you so much. We continue. Drunk driver runs over baby and 11-year-old sister walking in the park, leading to the child's death on her first birthday. Oh, so y'all taking out the bebés. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's just 5. That's just 5. Now we're going to end the stream. Bullshit. We got more. Man claiming to be Charlie Kirk's martyr allegedly threatened to hit up gay bar and slain activist name. Well, seems like your cousin's over there doing too much. What if I said, family, he's better to them as a symbol that is deceased than a human being that was living? Oops. Oops. By the way, hey, white folk, since y'all want to keep talking about black on black crime, tell me why y'all have over 1.2 million incidents, right, of assault, right, violent crime, and your number of offenders is damn near the same. Oops. Why is it that the black on black crime rate, especially the violent ones, started trending downwards, but y'all stayed stagnant for the last 5 years? But we know y'all are too lazy. Because after the pandemic, y'all got money from the government to keep your head afloat, so you're going to listen to whatever they say. We get it. You going to get it today, because this is all about y'all. We don't give a shit about them FBI numbers today. We give a damn about the solutions to save your children, because apparently black folks are the only people on earth that care about these children. The only ones. I said it, and I'm going to say it again. Black people are the only ones in this country that give a shit about people's kids. And we're going to prove it today, because I got solutions to save your children. We're going to keep going. Next story. Let's see what they did. Mom who was arrested for House of Horror after 3 kids found with lice buried in eyebrows was more worried about her massage therapy license. Well, there you go. Ain't that something? Huh? I love how they bring up the FBI numbers and their own government that looks like them told them that it's incomplete, but they're still going to go by it. But okay, we'll play incomplete numbers with you. I'm finished now. Thank you so much. Continuing. South Carolina Republican Representative R.J. May distributed hundreds of underage files under username Joe Biden N69. Well, look at that. A Republican. Somebody on the right. Well. What's this? Man, oh, wait, we read that one. What's this? I don't know. I don't know what this one is. Why he can't show up? I don't know. We'll go to this one. Officers smashed through boyfriend's door, assaulted him and another woman before threatening to burn down his home. A female cop did that. Well, a female cop. She kind of looks like AOC a little bit. She might be mixed. Just saying. What's the matter? What's the matter, white folk? Y'all upset? Now watch, when they favor gonna go in there and just pull up a whole bunch of stories about black on black crime. Good. Have fun. We're gonna have fun. Look, 5 more. He did this 2 days ago. Her skin was loose on her body. Dad who starved, beat, and burned vulnerable and innocent newborn daughter to death learns fate. Huh. Well, isn't that something? Isn't that something? Well. White man Hunter Nadal ID'd as masked the leader who barged in the country club wedding and opened fire, killing 1 man and wounding 2. Oops. We talked about this the other day. Oops. We saw Hunter. Yeah, Hunter. Watch me delete. This is what he said. Watch me delete. Man upset with relative he thought was sleeping with his wife goes on terroristic rampage, threatening strangers and family members. Huh. That's crazy. Intolerable. Man repeatedly abused vulnerable children at orphanage he founded in Haiti. Sentenced to 210 years. Huh. 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 Man with superhuman-like strength deleted his sickly mother after not sleeping for 6 days. They taking out their mama. Damn. Damn, he got more? He put this up 3 days ago. Richard Kiefer, 14, was charged with a felony for threatening to shoot up the school. Kiefer attends Pine Ridge High School and participated in an Instagram chat discussing a recent threat to Deltona Middle School. In the chat, Kiefer sent messages threatening to shoot up the school. The comments spread among students and parents, causing alarm and disruption at the school. I think I saw this. 83-year-old John Gula that he failed an inspection and discussed the condition of his apartment. Investigators said the two argued outside his apartment before Gula pulled out a foldable knife and stabbed Ortiz in the chest and back of the head. Ortiz was taken to a hospital and treated for her injuries. Gula was charged with attempted second-degree murder, being held without bond. He did that to his Hispanic landlord. That's crazy. Keep going. What's this? He's smiling. Remains of dad accused of deleting his 3 girls before fleeing, believed to have been found in wooded area. Teacher and husband argued about divorce and financial issues on Father's Day before deletion suicide. Well, look at that. Yes, we remember that Cosmo Fury. Like a piece of luggage, former daycare employee who threw 2-year-old into a wall admits, I just kind of lost my cool. I don't even want to know what he did. He ain't got a story attached. I don't even want to know. Look at that. He did things with children. Yeah. Contest to charge of sexually... Oh, this woman pled no contest to charge of SA and boy 15 who she allegedly knew from church. Church, you preying on the youth. 1-year-old with feeding tube nearly starved to death with 10 to 20 unused feeding bags in fridges. Parents were stoned and passed out. A Florida woman was recently arrested for repeatedly attacking her wife, during an onslaught that began by shoving cheesy nachos down her pants. I need y'all to get y'all women in control. Cheesy nachos. Shout out to the nachos. They didn't deserve that. Nacho lives matter. Nacho chips matter. Be careful what you post in the chat. They might not give you the chat back. Please be careful. Use coded language. 4 days ago, he posted this. Nowhere to go. Disabled man taken in by church couple is beaten, strangled to death with frying pan and a dog leash. Why does she look like Steven Seagal? That is crazy. She looked like before she did this, she was singing about the Punani with Lady Saw. That's crazy. Man with fake ailment lured roommate into his vehicle in order to shoot him with crossbow. A crossbow. Okay. Vitali and Bradley Martin just caught 1996 Space Jam producer and writer Herschel Weingrod trying to meet up with a minor. Missouri mom allegedly filmed herself repeatedly smothering infant, said she felt adrenaline rush. Okay. Yes, we know what per capita means. Yes, we do. It goes by percentages. We know. We also know that per capita means that you guys don't have any solutions to stop the rampant white on white crime that's going in this country. So you focus on black crime to make yourselves feel better, even though your neighborhoods are rampant with crime right now. Your kids are out of control. Your houses are in disarray. And you would like to play Desperate Housewives and act like nothing's going on because the outside looks so pristine and you have your kids biking around and shooting garden hoses at each other, and the dog, when you're not having sex with it, is running around in each other's lawn, and everybody's all happy, and the mailman's smiling, and the milk people, because in y'all's white neighborhoods, the milk people are still around. They're dropping off the cartons and saying hi to everybody, and FedEx, they just get nice presents every year. And then we go inside your house and it smells like bad lettuce, and somebody probably got somebody in the basement, even though these new houses, they don't build with basements. And you probably are cooking your relatives in the boiler. We know what per capita means. Now we continue. What this be? Okay, first off, even if he said not guilty, I'm sentencing him right there. He did that shit. Look, he deleted his dad for taking away his phone. That is crazy. And I think they both were in on it. That's crazy. And he ain't going to jail. And that's in the UK, I think. Maybe. No, I tell a lie. This was in Texas. Shout out to Texas. I just saw, I know the setup of the Daily Mail, so that's why I thought it was the UK. Ohio police officer Eric Gregory has been sentenced to 18 to 19 and a half years in prison for placing hidden cameras in his home to record. There you go. Because she's an a-hole, man tracks down woman from car accident. More than a year later, spray paints home, pours sugar down gas tank. I guess his insurance denied it. 80-year-old, sir, what premise? Did I say that white people committed crimes per capita? I didn't even say that. I said you guys have rampant white on white crime. Oh, Lord, they can't even listen. Right, it's not, you're correct. It's not rampant yet. I've just done, how many stories did we do so far? We have 5, 10, 15, 25. I'm not even done with this one yet. I've just done 30. Where's y'all's YouTube channel where you're doing something like this brother's doing here? Huh? I understand why y'all keep getting mad at me for this, because I'm about to come up with solutions that you've never thought of, or you guys are too, what's the word? Woman's body part to go implement. I understand, because you let your children walk all over you. I get it. But you go ahead and take one of their cell phones. We're going to see you in the hospital. It's okay. 80-year-old told cops to check his garage after he deleted 11-year-old girl in home invasion style shooting over target practice complaints. Yeah, okay. The cheering. All right. Woman charged after deceased infant found floating down Mississippi River nearly 14 years ago. Yeah. He said, all I'm doing is reading the headlines. Well, damn. You want gruesome details? Look at them. They want details of what these people did. Do you see this? Woo. Well, it ain't my fault that these headlines have people's pictures of who did it. It ain't my fault. Y'all maybe need to go talk to the news. Shit. Look at this. Now, this ain't a headline. This is a part of the article. Oops. A former Stallion Springs police officer accused of doing stuff to a child pleaded not guilty Wednesday. 7 felony counts. And he goes back to court on my birthday. Throw the book at him. We have more. I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is Matthew James Ruth, who tried to shoot up that woman's house and took out them 3 cops. Yeah. Huh. We covered that on the channel too. Shout out to y'all that were in there, including you trolls. What did you do? I don't even know what he did. He had a body in the bed of his truck. That's crazy. There go Dylan Roof. And there go, Torian did this the other day. Conservative South Carolina judge who was reprimanded for using the N slur and called Dylan Roof's family victims immediately after Roof deleted 9 black churchgoers has been arrested on possession of images that are not cool. Huh. Five counts of capital murder. Wow. Now, he looked Hispanic, so we're going to let that ride. He looked like Sami Zayn. A 58-year-old man has been arrested for allegedly deleting a couple inside a West Virginia home. Miss Nisi, where you at? After witnesses told authorities that the suspect was, quote, obsessed with the female victim and had previously threatened that he was going to delete her boyfriend. Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, look, they in here. They mad. We got more. Dad struggling with money pressures leaves behind wife, baby son after taking on life. Feels impossible now. Now, that's not so much of a crime, but, you know. Let's see. The wife of prominent hairdresser Fabio Cementilli has been convicted in 2017 plot to delete him in the home they shared with their daughters. You try to take out your husband. Huh. Respiratory therapist who deleted and dismembered his roommate is sentenced. God damn. Why y'all love cutting up bodies? DNA is all over the body. Just say it. Miss Nisi, I don't know where. Let me look. Which is the one we did? Was it this one? I think it was this one. Let me look. We'll find out. It don't say. Let me look. Maybe it has his name in there. Michael Wayne Atkins. Let's look that up. We in. What are you doing, Wayne? Because this is from April. No, I'm not going to spoil it. Let's see. Charleston, West Virginia, ABC affiliate. Ivydale? Where the hell is that? Where is Ivydale? It says 50 miles away from Charleston. And it just keeps going. Huh. Somebody said I got money. Hold on. Dude, STFU, dude, you're a little kid's wings. Thank you for the $2. That's a blessing. You said please do more male on male crime every week. That's Professor Black Truth's lane. I don't want to take that away from him. There's enough people in new black media that do that. We just gonna have fun today, and we gonna teach because them fools is crashing out right now. I would love. I might even open up the stream yard. I want to see if they gonna come up here and listen to my solutions, but we know they not. You know they not. And the first one I'm gonna give them, they really not gonna like. But we gonna continue. I don't care about this white man. I hope he gets it. I hope they give him lethal injection. Let's go back. Ooh, what's this? Oh, Lord. And they was in Florida doing this. They was taking out the animals. They was doing things with animals. Maybe. A couple in Florida was doing stuff with animals. There you go. And he was a firefighter. He had possession of images of little kids, and he got charged with bestiality. Both of them. Yeah. It's always Florida, boy. There's something in that water. I'm telling you, it's that alligator piss, boy. Nasty work. What is this? We're talking about candy. Chocolate bar sold at smoke shop to blame for alleged double deletion. They're blaming the chocolate bar. Oh, you should laugh. It looks like South Carolina too. Or North Carolina. That's crazy. Or was South Carolina? That's crazy. That is crazy. He gonna blame it on a chocolate bar. No accountability from this group. None. Yeah, boy. Hey, what's the matter, MAGA? Come on. Y'all tough talking when y'all talk about that per capita, but when you get ignored, now y'all want to talk no more. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, let me help y'all. Maybe I'll get some nuts. Hold on. Come here, look. I'm finna look like one of y'all now, even with the messed up nose. Look. What a white crime. All right, let's continue. What else we got? He got 5 more. Let me look. Port Huron. That might be Florida too. A 44-year-old Port. Of course I was freezing up. They mad. They call YouTube, said there's a black YouTuber making fun of us. Well, what's he doing? He's putting up stories about white on white crime. Well, that's not a violation. They upset. They spiked the live. YouTube don't want me to talk about it. YouTube don't want me talking about this. That's crazy. I thought it was 2 people smashing. I ain't even gonna hold you. The way that looked, it looked like 2 people smashing. But anyway, let me look. Where were we? Here we go. Nah, it might be. Here we go. He looked crazy. He did it. Brian Jeffrey Shellaby. Pennsylvania man allegedly poured a 5-gallon can of gasoline throughout a home and set it on fire, killing his 19-year-old daughter and injuring his wife. He couldn't just leave. A Massachusetts man allegedly punctured his girlfriend to death at his home before burying her in a 5-foot grave and calling cops to report her missing, claiming she stormed off following an argument. Well, there you go. A 42-year-old mother will spend up to 2 decades behind bars for leaving her children alone in an unsafe home that lacked running water, heat, and food. Well, there you go. Hey, MAGA, which one of y'all want to smash? She's not, according to y'all, she in Florida, so she already a 7, even though she looked like a 3. She's probably MAGA too. Anyway, Florida woman allegedly posed as a nurse and treated over 4,400 patients without a license. Everybody wants to copy off Dr. Love's grift. Nasty. They saw Dr. Love get all that money in Florida and they're following his grift. That's crazy. All right, I think we got enough. All right, here we go. We're gonna help. We're gonna help. We're gonna help this white on white crime because this is what black people do. We come up with solutions, even though they don't like it when we come up with solutions, because that would mean everybody just have to get their hands dirty. Okay. Who's ready for the first solution? We finna help y'all. We're gonna tell you what the first solution is. Y'all ready for the first solution? We're gonna type it in so everybody can see it. Who ready to have fun? Here we go. Number one, I think as a deterrent for crime, right? I think this would work. I think since it's had such a deleterious and positive contribution, both because, you know, it's white supremacy to take both sides of the argument, I think we should begin to lobby our lawmakers. Since they work for us, I think they should go back to Congress in January. I think they should put out a law or an act, maybe even an executive order if you could get to Trump. They need to begin to over-police white communities. Y'all don't want to hear me. I'm going to say it again. I think it's high time we watch over-policing of the white communities. I think that would work. I'm just saying. I think that would work. Who want to get with me? I think if we over-police the white communities, I think that'll take us all back to Jesus. I think so. I'm just saying. I think so. I think this is what the Most High and His only begotten Son would want. They're all about balance. I think we should over-police white communities. These kids are out of control. They out here deleting their parents for them taking their cell phone. Parents can't even be parents no more. We have to give the parents back the power. I think over-policing these white neighborhoods would not only teach these kids that these cops, with their limited training, don't give a fuck about them, but it's also going to empower the parents to say, you know what, them cops don't give a fuck about you, and I would rather be the one to whoop your ass and not them cops or them people that they going to put you around that they don't give a fuck about life because they sitting down. So how you want to play it? I'm just saying. I think we should do that. Wrong, Paul Jennings. Somebody tried that on X and they got thoroughly owned by Grok. I wouldn't do that. Let's not play that. White men actually commit more murder than black women. Lauren Chen tried that. She got oof. Again, we already discussed this in the last live. She's trying to grift now. And it's a beautiful grift. But it's not going to work. She's going to do everything she can to mess with us until one of us responds to her. And then she can play victim. I'm just going to say this. You idiot broad. You've got bigger problems to worry about. You got children to feed and you ain't got no money. Stop worrying about black people. Elon ain't going to pay you enough to keep your head above water. And you've already admitted to everybody you done lost everything. Now let's go back to this white on white crime. Now, I think we should do that. Let the church say amen. Because it's been gangbusters doing over-policing in the black and Hispanic neighborhoods, right? It's been gangbusters, right? I think MAGA would agree with me on that, right? Black people so over-policed, yet we're still committing 50% of the violent crime, even though it's starting to trend downward. I think we need to get that done. Let the church say amen. I think since I live in Atlanta, I think we should start in. I think Rebecca would be a nice place to start. Rebecca and Helen, Georgia. I wish Great Black Shark was here. He'd probably agree with me. I think we need to over-police those areas. I think Brookhaven. It's a nice little ritzy area right next door to Buckhead. Lot of old money and a lot of money flowing through that town. I think that needs to be over-policed. I be seeing they trucks be looking immaculate. They got those nice Ford Explorer, what they call it, police interceptors. I think they need more, especially now with all the Hispanics coming in. I think they need more. I'm not talking about where Buford Highway is. I'm talking about where Peachtree Street is, where Peachwood Dunwoody Boulevard is, over there, right on that border between Buckhead and Brookhaven, over there. I think that area from there all the way over to about, I want to say, Claremont Road, where they have those nice little shopping area right there with a Costco and everything, the Home Depot. I think you should box all that off. Over police it. It's too much crime going on. Let the church say amen. I think Long Island, where all those nice mansions are, with those nice Italians and, nice Irish people or nice white Americans, I think that needs to be policed more. I think so. There's a lot of nefariousness going on afoot out there. They're out there bringing in illegal aliens for domestic work. Them people running lights. They going through them red light cameras, not paying their fines. Too much crime going on around there. I think we need to go over police over there. Let the church say amen. I think every predominantly white town in Florida need to be over policed. I think them cops need to bring out the canines. They need to bring out the special victim unit crocodiles, because y'all just be burying people out there. I think they need to bring out the lizards that be sniffing out drugs. They need to bring out all forces, all points bulletins all over Florida in them white neighborhoods. They doing too much. How many stories did we just read from Florida? How many? Let the church say amen. Look, we got somebody that said defund the black areas and they'd be the safest places within a week. I feel you. That wouldn't be defunding. That would be called moving resources. So let's move those resources away from the black neighborhoods. Let's put them in the white areas. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I would love to see, Meliotakis' Staten Island district over policed. I think that would be beautiful. Let the church say amen. Can you imagine, especially in Staten Island, with all the firefighters and them cops, former military, wouldn't that be a beautiful thing to watch them being over-policed? Cops over-policing other cops? Woo! Now, clap for me, mommy. Oh, let the church say amen. Them kids out there, they just running amok. How y'all said they bad influences, right? We're going to get to the second solution now, because I see y'all don't like the over-policing solution. I see that. Y'all run to these major cities where they've been gentrifying black and Hispanic neighborhoods and then wonder why the cops is all over the place. I thought you never experienced anything like that. So, okay, we'll do that. I say Just for everybody to be safe. Doesn't matter your skin color. Doesn't matter what you identify as. I think it should be safe to say that we should. Now, somebody gonna get mad at me for saying this. I think we should box in all neighborhoods. Let the church say amen. I think you need to pay a fee to go into these neighborhoods and pay a fee to get out. Let the church say amen. We just create all these gated communities. We'll keep the crime inside the gates. The degeneracy in the state. I should be able to go on a main road and not have a person damn near take me out because they don't understand how a suicide lane works. Or they're on their phone. I think since there's so many insurance claims of people, and the numbers are out there, of people who drive while holding their cell phone, I am advocating for mandatory, you get caught, no 6 months, you cannot drive for 7 years. Let the church say amen. Now, in special consideration for this white on white crime, because I figured that second one, I told y'all I wasn't going to like that one. The third one, and this is more of a capitalist approach. I think we should do this. Because them children, especially the Caucasian ones, they out of control. They ain't got no purpose in life right now. They're just running in circles. And I feel bad for the children. And you know, black people, we feel bad for the children. It's not their fault. It's the decisions of their parents. The decisions of their lawmakers. I say we take all these malls that are slowly dying out. They should not be dying out. And we create children-only zones. Let the church say amen. And not only in these children-only zones, you have entertainment centers, and you also have places where these kids can learn a trade, since these assholes don't want to put it in schools and put it part of the curriculum where they could grift off the government money. So we're just going to have to go do the taxpayer thing because, you know, the largest contingent in this country doesn't want to see their children thrive because they want drones for their businesses and people they can indoctrinate very easily. I say half of it should be an entertainment center, the other half should be trades. And you have everybody of every walk of life that has done a trade be able to teach these kids, especially these Caucasian kids, because, again, they only have Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter and to look forward to. And in some cases, before they put the ban out, porno. I want to see these kids succeed. I want us to get back to a thriving society. I think we should do that. Let the church say amen. Oh, D-Money, we were going to get to that. That was the next one. We should have stop and frisk in white neighborhoods. Let the church say amen. I think in these neighborhoods, they're not stopped and frisked enough. There's too much going on. They're passing all the drugs through these neighborhoods before it gets disseminated down into the black and Hispanic areas. Them folk in them nice mansions and everything, they be getting the good coke. They be getting the good weed. I think we need to kill all that. We got to do stop and frisk on these people's houses. Let the church say amen. Stop and frisk on a house like that. Do you see how crazy that would look on the news? Remember, Felicity Huffman said, hey, The FBI burst in my house like 5:30 in the morning. Now I know what the black and brown community feel like. What? You ain't seen nothing yet, sister. Let's go. I think they should just pick random houses. No, I got it. We're not even doing enough. What am I saying? That's a violation of home rights, property rights, and all this. Screw that. We see you walking. I think the cops should expand the Jump Out Boy program. Let the church say amen. What's the matter, Maggie? You don't like what I'm saying? I think to make America safer so your president can grift off of dwindling crime numbers, I think we should expand the Jump Out program to every neighborhood in the country. I think that would work, especially the white ones, because they don't jump out enough. The only time they jump out is when they want to go get something to eat for lunch. Let the church say amen. Wouldn't you love to see in those pristine white neighborhoods the Jump Out Boys? Them cops, just in one police van, and they all just jump out and start raiding? That'd be crazy. What's the matter, Maggie? Y'all don't want to talk to me no more. Y'all left. Why? What's the matter? Oh, I get it. You thought we were going to take the bait with the black on black crime. Well, again, I'll explain this to you. On this channel, I did that 2 years ago. We already despunked. That's right. I made a word up. Despunked. That is called debunk and dispel. We merged it together because we black. We make up words and then within what's the frequency now? 16 hours, it becomes a new word. Everybody starts using. Somebody's going to use debunk very soon. You watch what I tell you. Jump Out Boys. I forgot. Jump Out People, because we're very inclusive in this society. Jump Out People, the JOP program. I think we need to do that. The Jump Out Police. And they don't even have to arrest nobody. You just have to scare these kids. Ain't no reason no kid under 18 should be walking the streets of a pristine white neighborhood past 11 o'clock. Let the church say amen. Remember, a few of them got shot at by some Hispanic. Remember, one of them died over there in Virginia because they went to go mess with a black man's house, and and that black man laid him down. I think we need to do that. And I think my second idea would have worked for Austin Metcalf and his brother, but see, y'all didn't care about them boys. We actually cared about them boys. Let the church say amen. While y'all were out there pissed off about what happened, which was an unfortunate situation, do you realize that black content creators were the only ones that came up with solutions how to stop that? We were the only ones that are saying there should be more adult presence at these meets, so stuff like this wouldn't happen again. Y'all were over there busy doxing everybody. Let the church say amen. Maybe if we had this government who don't like anybody, maybe if they started implementing this, maybe y'all can get off this kick that everything wrong going on in this country is at the fault and the feet of Jewish people. Maybe you can open and expand your thinking. Let the church say amen. Maybe if you racist scumbags will experience what black people go through every day, since y'all want to play victim now all of a sudden, maybe these ideas that I'm putting out there, maybe you'll understand the things that we've been screaming about that would make this country better. Maybe if we implemented it on you, you would see the damage that was caused. I don't think in your nice little white neighborhoods, you would like to see on the corner when you're going to go get your kids off the school bus, a cop waiting there, sitting there just scanning everybody, trying to see if y'all committed a crime and you got some outstanding warrant. Oh, wait, I just smacked myself. Wait a minute. They're doing that right now. That's why they want the AI all over the place, including the states that you live in. You know, some of your politicians said that was wrong. We should be able to regulate it so it doesn't go too crazy. And y'all sat up there and agreed with the other side that says, let them do it. So I'm sure when this crime bill drops and your kids go back to school next year, there's going to be cops on the corner, not for safety for these kids or to catch people speeding because they didn't see the bus. They're going to be there scanning everybody to see if they can get some hits for their quota for the month. And then y'all gonna go on TV, because, y'all are y'all, so you'll probably make it to national news complaining how they're doing too much. Maybe if you are over policed, maybe you'll understand that not everybody's a criminal. Because y'all love to say 1350 all day. Cool. Since you want to play 2019 games, 61% do 46% of the violent crime. Let's see. Should I also say that 61% of y'all are doing 79% of the molestation in this country? Should I say that? Should I say that overwhelmingly per capita, your teachers that look like you are molesting the most children? Should I do that? You don't like it when people start using your per capita numbers against you, now do you? You can talk about our IQ all you want. Guess what happens? We are still the smartest people on this planet. We are still the most in tune people on this planet. We tell you something's going to go down. You look at us crazy, and then within 6 months it happens, and then you're looking stupid trying to griff. We're already ahead of the curve. We've been peeping y'all's politicians and told you they're screwing with y'all. Y'all better wake up and stop getting mad at us. Get mad at them. You don't want to listen. You want to sit up there and say, you know what? It ain't us. It's those niggas down there. You need to go mess with them. We're not doing anything. Okay, guess what? They did do that. They put all the drugs in our neighborhood. And what happened? You guys were such low IQ parents. Your kids stole your car and drove to the hood to go get the drugs and then brought it back to your house. Your kids are sitting in the garage smoking on meth and crack. And then you want to get on TV saying, how did this happen? I can't believe it. Well, black folk told you from the 70s that they were dropping drugs in our neighborhood and your kids were down there. You might want to do something about that. No, it couldn't touch you. No. Hey, white folk, maybe not all of y'all, but you racists that want to come around here, everybody gets to smoke on this channel. If you can't handle it, don't stay. White on white crime is an epidemic in this country. You just saw it for damn near 3 weeks. They took out one of your intellectual thought leaders. They said it on TV, not me. And I told my crowd here, if they give you your intellectual thought leaders, you better question it. They took him out. And he was prominent on the internet. They tried to take out your president, not once, not twice, 3 times. And it wasn't us that did it. See, when it's black people, it doesn't matter. You could be a black conservative, black liberal, black Democrat, black Republican. You could be a black radical. You could be a black pacifist. Or like Shakira Soul said, a black docile little fool. You're one big black. Doesn't matter. Oh, but when y'all commit crime, oh, is he MAGA? Oh, is he a leftist? Oh, he supported Ukraine. Oh, he for trans. Oh, he has a black wife. Oh, she has a black husband. There's always some factor. Oh, she's crazy. We don't know their motivation. Where's the manifesto? Y'all always got lyrics for your own. But then when black people try to come up with some lyrics, oh, y'all don't take accountability. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to warn y'all now. The next time you show up here and start talking about black on black crime, I'm going to do what I did here today. We just going to go down and start listing off. Since y'all say y'all's crime ain't rampant. Yeah, okay. Your news organizations that y'all don't trust but you love, and then the next week you love but don't trust. Yeah. Notice how they're not even talking about Chicago no more. Oops. You have to rely on your races to do that. By the way, only 4 people died in Chicago, in a city of 3 million people. Oops. And we all know 6 years ago, y'all would have been putting up them hey jackass numbers talking about, hey, look, it's 200 people at this time this year. 4 people. 4. 4 people got shot and killed in Chicago in a city of 3 million people. But in a week, y'all had how many people killed, including Charlie Kirk? Oops. This weekend in Chicago, it was less than them two cop killings that y'all had this week. Less. Oh yeah, there was more cops that got killed this week. But did you see the right talk about that? Nope, it was about Jimmy Kimmel. Instead of thinking about solutions to fix the white crime rate, they're going to be posting within 6 hours about Jimmy Kimmel when he gets back on the air. They're all going to take clips, the clip of his opening monologue, wherever they can find it, and that's what they're going to put up. They're not even going to think about nothing else. And I also want y'all to understand, family, I show them all them stories for a reason. Because it's not us that curated that. That's their news media. That's them. They don't even realize what they're doing. And this is something that New Black Media and the master teachers have been telling y'all for years that the news does. They know which stories are going to touch y'all. You see how quickly they took that story off of DeCarlos Brown? You see how quickly they took that off? Hey, white folk, let me help you. Even your news media don't care. And we talking about Fox. We talking about Breitbart. We talking about Newsmax. They don't even care about that girl. Remember, these were the same folk who we, black folks, who brought attention to it first. Lake and Riley. We had to shame them into getting them to shame Trump to put out something on her. Thank black people for that. Because y'all weren't going to get it done. So thank you. And I'm going to warn y'all now too. October 14th, you're going to see, you want to talk about some hate crimes. The way they're going to violate Charlie Kirk, y'all going to be upset. Now you're going to see how black people have been feeling the last 5 years with George Floyd. And that's just going to be a precursor to September 10th, 2026. People are already making up the memes right now. They're going to have it stored in folders. Y'all are going to get violated for 24 hours before we have to commemorate the quarter century anniversary of 9/11. Y'all are in trouble. Y'all want to sit up there and laugh at Laura Lubin call a black woman B-word? Cool. That's cool. You can laugh at that. And it behind you, they're going to put out that crime bill and they're going to go to y'all's neighborhoods first. Because that computer already has the data. And they're going to say, listen, go to the areas where they have the most crime. Big cities and y'all's rural towns. No solutions. I don't hear none. Your president want to talk about all these cities with big black populations. I don't hear him talking about the rural areas. And most of these stories I told y'all about rural areas. Not even near major cities, most of them. Middle America is going to be in the throes of this crime bill. Let me guess, that's what y'all voted for, right? See, them cartels and them drug dealers, they figured out they don't have to operate in a major city. They could just go to the suburbs. They can go to them rural towns. That's why I see y'all complaining about where all these Hispanics and Asians come from all of a sudden in the last decade. Yeah. They can operate under the cover of night because you dummies are so inclusive of everybody. And right now, they're probably selling a dime bag to your kid. Good human. And guess what? White people kill more white people than anybody else on earth. Now what? Since y'all love to talk about per capita, and let's talk about that intraracial crime real fast. Black on black crime has actually been trending downward. Y'all are still stagnant. We're under you now. Oops. I think y'all need to wake up and go save your children. But if you don't want to go save your children, that's fine. I guess it's going to have to be black people. Just like in slavery days, we had to save your children. We had to teach them how to be morally righteous people. Because we saw what happened on Sunday. Y'all had y'all children in that stadium sitting there in a cult. Y'all had a cult meeting. And y'all was sitting there in the face of God and his only begotten son, pulling blasphemy and having your children on there, watching this happen. And thank you for proving my point, human. The first thing, I'm giving y'all solutions how to fix the white community, which I shouldn't even do. And the first thing y'all came in with, oh, black on black crime. We got the solutions and we showed you the results. And we're still doing it. Marriage rates up, birth rates up, children going into colleges and trade schools at alarming rates, HBCUs. Even your president knows how valuable black people are. Just gave HBCUs a whole bunch of money, even though he stole it from the smaller ones, but we're not going to go there today. And all he gave y'all is permission to have white right-wingers go to colleges to debate college students, even though they tell you college is woke. That's what they gave y'all. Human, maybe you need to talk to your daughters about going to college. They should be hitting the books, not hitting the sheets. They're sitting there scrounging up money to go get an abortion. Maybe you should do that. Huh? Especially when they find out that the kid might be from the black guy. Yeah, you might want to stop doing that. Maybe y'all should be more open to your daughters and sons bringing home black people, if they choose to love them. Maybe the world will be a better place. No, I don't hate white people. I love white people. I don't like racists. That's why I terrorize MAGA every day. They're full of leftist racists. I don't like white liberals. I like white people that have some sense. I've had white people on here. We had a great conversation. I did a whole hour and a half debate with somebody who was a white man last week, and it was fun. And my crowd was engaged. I don't hate white people. I hate people like you. Because you don't want to fix the country. You just want something to bitch about. I don't need you here. I don't care if you have children. That's my point. It doesn't matter if you don't have children or not. You should be, your first priority besides your life is to make sure the next generations are set up for success. Thank you for telling me how selfish you are. We don't need you here. Thank you so much. See what I mean? I'm out here giving solutions. Yes, we're making it funny so it can be palatable. We're out here giving solutions. They don't want to hear it. So sad. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to go into a Twitter space with them hoteps. Maybe I'll cover what happened with YouTube because that okay. You know what? I'm not even gonna do a thing on that. I'm just gonna finish up my this next video I got for y'all. I saw somebody put up that they want their channel back because they Tim Pool actually, he got a video taken down with Joe Rogan and Alex Jones because of medical misinformation, and said because YouTube is now, they're going to put back political channels or channels that were talking about political content. He thinks he should get that video back. Sir, you got it marked for medical misinformation. That's not political speech. Jesus Christ, I swear they're... Tim Pool, boy. I see why he got fired from everywhere he went. Well, let him tell it. He left some places. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go make Southern smothered chicken, and if you fuckers laugh at me, I'm going to... all y'all getting deleted. Yes, I'm making smothered chicken. With chicken breast. Leave me alone. So maybe we'll post a picture, maybe we won't. It depends. It depends on how I feel about y'all. But anyway, hopefully you learned something. If you did, I done my job. If not, I try to be better next time. I'll see you when I see you. We got a video coming later this week. You're gonna love it. And actually, there is something I want to talk to y'all about tomorrow. We'll see how it goes, if I have the energy to do it. But it involves old Tatum Talkz and his sis. The war may be coming, and it's going to be content for us. Because I caught a subtle shot that Brandon Tatum took at Candace, and I told y'all they fell out. So we might talk about that. This nigga said Goya powder. Okay, I've never done this before. You Negro. Everybody take a screenshot of that. Church over here think he funny. This is a California cat. Them niggas over there, they get a whole plate of food. It costs them $55. $55 in an earthquake. How dare you? Going up to Gardenia, getting one of them Spanish plates. Shit cost $65, a bag of mangoes, no tagine, and an earthquake. Boy, better get on. Then he went down to Texas. Now there ain't no state tax. So maybe he can get it back in the taxes. Maybe. He keeps his receipts. Oh, gold belly buying food looking ass. Anyway, I ain't gonna roast. You know what we should do, family? Let's put up a quick poll. I think I got an idea for the end of the year. I think we should do a stream, and I'm gonna let everybody roast me. I think that's what we're gonna do. I'll be 40 this year. I'll let everybody roast me. I think we'll do that. My 40th birthday, we'll do a roast. Y'all can roast me. Whatever you want. I don't give a shit. It's all going to hell after this. After November 12th of this year, it's all going to hell afterwards. I'll pick the best roaster. We may send you a gift. So we'll think about that. We might do that. I'll be off that day, so we'll do that. But anyway, y'all, let me go talk to these hoteps real quick. Y'all take care, stay safe. Watch out for them jump out boys. Watch out for that white on white crime. And you know what to do with the agents of chaos kind of mess up your existence.